Coming up this week on Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast, Troy and Crispy look at the latest news in Doctor Who, and Troy reveals a big secret.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Roll the intro.
I'm scared. Roll it.
Hello and welcome back to Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast, the show where two Who-tubers talk about the best show in all of time and space, Doctor Who. I'm your host, Crispy Pro, and joining me, as per always, is the wonderful Troy Red Archer Life. How are you, sir?
Hello, Crispy. How you doing? I'm good, man.
Oh, wow. He's got his Sonic out. Yeah, I'm good. I got a new little microphone. I don't know how it's going.
It looks just like a box on the end of
It is
an
a
arm.
little box.
Yeah.
Bigger on the inside.
Is it big on? Oh,
box.
well, it's got to be big to handle the power of your voice, hasn't it?
Exactly.
Especially with all the Hobart screams.
Hobart.
Yes, the camera
correct.
looks weird as well, man. It looks like it's been moved a bit to see more of your back wall.
I think it has.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to move everything around in my room.
I'm sad,
since,
man. I really liked that side-on angle. It really
my
like
old
it gave you
dangly
really
mic.
well-defined features.
I am still kind of side-on. Kind of.
I don't know,
What about
man.
this different side?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you just had a really well-defined, like, side profile, and I'm upset that the audience don't get to see that anymore. Isn't that right, Apple Podcast listeners? I'm so sorry. It's literally, we're 2 minutes in. We're 2 minutes in, man.
Come on, guys. Come on.
But I do want to mention video real quick. Crispy, have you got the round of applause sound effect handy for Sony Vegas?
Yeah.
I want to give Sony Vegas a round of applause.
Of course. Here they go. Come on, load for me. There we go.
Sony Vegas, my editing software, actually rendered an episode in 4K without crashing last week. So I hope everyone who watched on YouTube and Spotify, who's got devices that could handle that, enjoyed watching in 4K if you have a device that supports it, because it's been about 10 or 15 weeks since one's rendered in 4K, I'll be honest with you, man, so it's nice for that to have a change.
If you're watching us on your 4K TVs at home, I'm sorry that you have to see us in all our HDness glory, especially last week.
Just like big
that's
Sonic.
a terrifying
big Sonic
face.
Yeah. All I do are terrifying faces, what do you mean?
What about this one? Arr! Was that a terrifying face?
It was more like 2013 Avril Lavigne Tumblr fan creepy, but like apart from that, the kind of person who's like, I love you in Dinosaur kind of thing. That was the energy you just had. If you know that video, then you know what I'm trying to say there. I don't know why Avril Lavigne fan came across, but I don't know, it just gave me that energy that you just have lyrics on your like MySpace that say he was a skater boy, she said see you later boy,
Yeah, well, I like Avril.
So do I, bro. What do you mean? I bought a t-shirt from my last tour to gaslight myself into thinking I went on it. Like, you don't need to...
Oh, wow.
Do you not know I did that?
No.
I thought I told you I did that.
That's what you did with the Doctor Who World Tour one as well.
No, that was a t-shirt I was trying to give you, because I uploaded a whole bunch of teas. That's my big secret. Apparently, I didn't have a secret. Crispy lured you in with the intro, but my big secret that I've decided is that I cleared out a bunch of old t-shirts. There you go.
That's the big secret. Wow.
Actually, I'm just terrible at get rid of things that I don't need anymore. I do the same thing with pop vinyls, but I'm actually selling ones I don't like as much anymore, so that's good. I'm growing as a human. I'm changing and growing as a person, as
that's
the meme goes.
crazy.
But yeah,
That's
I just literally
bro.
like never got rid of t-shirts, and it got to the point where I couldn't fit all of them in the wardrobe, and I was like, right, something needs to be done here. And I've done it today.
Needs to happen.
I'm exhausted. Good. It's 10:30 at night. I've boxed up a lot of Funko Pops to send to people. I've put a lot of t-shirts in a cupboard. But
it's
now,
7:30
Crispy,
in the morning.
Rather than shut up. Now instead of whenever I say shut up, I always feel bad. I say this every time.
Shut up.
But now, instead of like bouncing between like 15 t-shirts, I can get whatever t-shirt I want. So I'm going to try and make a Who's There promise right now. My mum said don't say anything about this, but I'm going to say it because I want people to hold me accountable.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to try and wear a different t-shirt every week now for as long as I can.
Oh, my gosh.
And whenever you all, going from this episode onwards, so today is Doctor Who VHS tape Daleks, Matt Smith. You can't quite see it because my camera's so high up. Whenever you see a t-shirt now that you've seen before, from this episode onwards, call me out on it. We're going to see how long it takes.
Wow. I'm going to make a promise that I'm going to wear the same t-shirt every single time.
You should make a promise that you're going to have Katy Perry on your wall every episode, and that'll be really challenging.
Where is she? There she is.
California girl, she's hung up on your wall. Let's get into the episode. We got a poll, Crispy. Should we do the jingle?
Yeah, of course we can. You ready for 2, 1?
It's
poll time.
It sounded like you were like having some really hot food. You're like, I've got it ready. Hot food. Like Michael Rosen, hot food. So, last week, ladies and gentlemen, we've changed our plans slightly for this episode. We're going to talk about it shortly. We've got a huge Series 14 news dump that we're going to talk about today. We were originally going to discuss who was the better showrunner out of Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat.
It's still going to happen.
It probably will happen next week, but we'll see. But with that in mind, that was the theme of this week's poll. So you're not going to get a resolution from us, unfortunately, but you will get a resolution after Series 11 of Doctor Who in the year 2019. So feel free to go and watch that episode.
Very good
Shout
stuff.
out user one-time lady who loves that episode, because I remember that she said that was her favourite episode.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
The poll last week was, who is your favourite modern Doctor Who showrunner?
Did you
Your
do
options,
that? Oh my gosh.
I did.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Did you not think I was going to do this? Did you think I was going to commit?
No, it's a ballsy poll. It's a ballsy poll.
It is. Wow. The options were Russell the Davies, who, by the way, did you know he's 60 years old?
No. I
did not
idea.
know Russell was 60. He looks nowhere near 60. Like, excuse
No.
me? What is it with Doctor Who associate people not looking their age? Mandip Gill, Russell T Davies?
Martha Jones.
Yeah, Freema Ragavan looks amazing, yeah. I don't... That sounded really weird, but I mean, like, yeah, she looks nothing like her age either. The woof thing was like, that was me just struggling to find words, nothing else. But yeah, the options were Russell T Davies, Stephen Moffat, and Chris Chibnall.
Yeah.
Crispy, who won?
Probably because of all the hype right now, I'm going to say Russell.
Because of all the hype, not because
not
because he just wants Moffat to win because of seeing
well,
six.
when we get to our showrunner debate, I'll be standing up for Moffat thoroughly. Thank you very much.
Oh, well,
but I think believe the hype right now because I reckon Russell won.
Audio platforms got 23 votes, and YouTube got 390 votes. But bear in mind, it is Sunday night for me. The episode hasn't even been out yet for 36 hours. So that's a fast turnaround for votes. So this may look different in the edit. But as of right now, on Spotify, Russell T Davies wins with 52%.
Ooh.
Stephen Moffat draws a close second at 43%. And Chibbers gets 4%. And I really wish I could say YouTube was better. However, Chris Chibnall only pulled 2% on YouTube. Whilst Stephen Moffat got 33% and Russell got 65%. I'm just going to check the comments. I'm just going to make sure that nobody... Oh yeah, someone said Chris Chibnall was rubbish. Great. Thanks for that.
Good.
Please don't
Troy,
do that. Okay.
I did this post 5 months ago on Crispy Pro.
Oh, he's got a competing poll, ladies and gentlemen. You should ring. You should do the jingle again. Do the jingle. Do the jingle.
Oh, you want another? Oh,
do the jingle. Do the jingle. If there's another poll, you got to do the jingle.
Spicy poll.
Come on. I'll do it this time.
You have to say it though.
I'll do it. It's another poll time. Crispy.
Oh, nice. So this one had 6.7 thousand votes. And
can we get that many on our polls, please, folks?
Oh, it's a long time coming. So number one was, of course, Davies with 68%. And then we had Moffat with 31% and Chibbers with 1%.
Oh, gee
yeah.
whiz.
Can you believe? Can
so
you believe?
6,700 votes, he got about 67. That's...
I reckon, yep.
Oh, dear.
If that.
Chris Chibnall, man. Look, maybe there was just too much running down corridors, you know?
I don't...
He gets the reference. Good.
Yeah,
good,
very good.
If you get it, well
very
done.
Good.
If you don't, then... Sorry, that's really mean. I'm referencing that video from the 80s. Go look it up.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So, Crispy.
Yeah,
that's our poll.
Oh.
Have we got any news? I think we got one case of news. Do you want to tell the folks what's going on?
Yes, we can do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the main piece of today, which is all news, nothing but news, but I believe that Sylvester McCoy, whose birthday was just today, is he 80? How old was he?
Today, the Sunday, the 20th of August, Sylvester McCoy turns 80. It's also Sophie Aldred's birthday. I don't know how old she is, but it's not polite to ask a woman her age anyway, so it's not 100% relevant.
It's true.
And it also would have been former Master Anthony Ainley's birthday today, so it's a hat trick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy when you think about it.
It's a very important
Anthony Ainley
day.
the Master at the same time that Sylvester McCoy was a Doctor anyway, so that really is an odd triple.
Yeah, wow. That would have been a lot of cake. A lot of cake on set.
A lot of cake, yeah. It would have been ace.
But Sylvester McCoy will tell his extraordinary life story in a very special film as a part of his 80th birthday celebrations. I believe it's called Sylvester, Who's the Real McCoy? I love that. Yeah. I love that a lot. So go and check
coming
that out.
soon.
I don't know when that's coming out.
I don't know. It'll come out at some point soon.
Do you remember when they released the Doctor Who Am I movie, and we got to interview the director and writer of that project, who also wrote the TV movie? Maybe when that comes out, we could line something up with Sylvester and get him to talk about his film and his birthday.
That would be wonderful, wouldn't it?
Don't you think that'd be cool?
I'm going to try this again because you didn't hear me the first time. That would be ace.
Oh!
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I said that like 30 seconds ago. You didn't pick it up, and I looked at the camera with very intense disappointment and confusion.
Sorry, my bad. I was looking at the article. I didn't have that one prepared. But yes, that's the main bit of news. So go and check that out when you can,
Disappointing.
Go and do that.
It's very exciting. I will just say, by the way, Radio Times, don't appreciate the bias, because I don't believe that Colin Baker got a big interview with Radio Times when he turned 80, but Sylvester did.
Well, I think it's purely because he's promoting something, right?
I think that was before the film was announced, though. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The interview with Radio Times was a couple days ago.
Ooh.
So unless I missed one, if I will, then I will eat a big case of humble pie, Radio Times, because I have nothing against you guys. But as far as I know, there was not one when Colin Baker turned 80. So. That's
suspicious, in my opinion.
And that was this year. I'm pretty sure Colin Baker turned 80 this year as well. So.
Did he?
We're living in the 80s. This is the new era of the 80s, you know?
Yeah, literally.
Duran Duran just came out with a new single, and Adamant's popping onto the scene. It's a great time.
Wow, references.
Yeah,
That's good stuff.
My mum will love that. My mum will love the Adamant reference. I like the Adamant reference.
Like the wolf. All right.
Can you name an Adamant song? No.
Adamant.
Quick. Come on.
Huh?
If you can name one Adamant song, my mum will fall in love with you, but not in a weird way.
Yeah, no worries. Let me just...
Don't you dare Google it. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Stand and Deliver, obviously.
Yeah, right, okay, Googler. You've just lost street cred. Minus rep. That's the worst thing you can hear, isn't it? Minus rep. Right, I think it's time to get into the main point of the episode, Crispy, because we're against the clock. It's late at night once again here in the Red Arch Live household. It's going to be a busy week this week. I will tell all next week, but it's a busy week, so we need to. That's why we're recording early, because I'm editing early, because it's a busy time. It's a busy time.
We're getting it done, and yet we are still consistent. So everyone, please like and subscribe. Exactly. That's what we ask of you. That's all we ask.
Before I go to bed, Crispy, I want to hear so much Doctor Who Series 14 news that it stops me from going to sleep from all the excitement. Can you deliver that for me?
I can do that. You want a catchy jingle to get us going?
I would love a catchy jingle. Throw me the catchiest of the jinglies.
Here we go.
Just so Sonic the Hedgehog-y. So, if I'd have known that a little bit ahead of time, I would have just put this guy on the screen.
Ah, there he is.
Still got him on my desk. Still got him on my desk. Holding that big-ass emerald. Look at that. Look at that big emerald. He's got a big emerald in his hand. Is that an emerald in your hand, or are you just pleased to see me? So,
exactly.
This week... What did you just say?
I said exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, this week, folks, or technically last week, by the time this comes out, it will be last week. Doctor Who Magazine issue 594 has been out for a week with one of the coolest covers ever of David Tennant's 14th Doctor, with very hairy arms that some people were pointing out. I just felt the need to share that, because I noticed a lot of people pointing out his hairy arms. I mean, they weren't pointing out his hairy chest in Fairhair the way I was, but that's different. So, that magazine came out. And you can't tell me you didn't notice that. You're pulling that face at me. But
of course.
He didn't have any t-shirt under his shirt or any tie. He just saw this chest hair billowing out of his shirt. And I was like, all right. He was like, I've been experimenting with back combing. Yeah, you've been experimenting with bloody chest combing as well, Davey boy. Come on, what's going on?
That's anyway, sometimes in our YouTube comments, people point out if I have a teeny tiny bit of chest hair, and so
really,
like father like son. Yeah, have you not seen that in our comments?
I have not seen that.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
more like Chesty Pro.
Have to get into it.
Anyway, so
Chesty
issue
Pro.
594 of Doctor Who Magazine came out. Now there is a lot of news that has come out in this magazine, and there is a thread by a person by the name of Agnor who has chronicled all the key information. However, as Crispy and I have both said to each other, we want to make it very clear on this podcast. What is it? Have you ever seen the normies on YouTube? They have a really good blurb when they react to shows like, this is not a market substitute, please consume the original content. They have like a big thing that they say. And it's appropriate to say it here because we don't want print media to die. Just because we're reporting things that are in a thread that are in the magazine. I'm buying the magazine by the time this episode will have come out. Crispy will be buying it in 6 months when it turns up in Australia.
In about 6 months' time.
We will be purchasing the magazine.
Do you want to see what the latest one is? I got this just the other weekend. Hang on.
Is it it's the Coronation one, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
We're up to Yasmin Finney.
What issue number is that? Just to illustrate it. It'll say on the barcode.
Where does it say? Issue 591. So where are we at now?
Oh, 594. You're not as far behind as I thought.
Oh, so we're about 3 months.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Just a quarter of the year behind.
Yeah,
apparently.
Not massively, you know. Not massively. You're forward in time, but behind on the Doctor Who magazine. So yeah, the point is we're both going to get the magazine, so we will be supporting it, and we encourage anyone who listens to this podcast, if you can afford to buy the magazine, to please do so, because we don't want reporting news like this to result in the death of a magazine. I'm not saying one podcast has the power to do that, but want to make that clear.
If there's ever going to be one, it's ours.
Yeah, we're the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah. Can we get some sponsorships going, please? Anyone want to sponsor our podcast? Please. We'll happily do brand deals. You know, we'll talk about, like, I don't know, what products would you like to promote? Do you want to shout anyone else if they reach out? Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, that's so appropriate here. Yeah.
Please.
I will promote. I'm trying to think of something nearest to me. Forbidden Planet. Doctor Who merch.
Oh,
that'd be very appropriate, actually, if they wants to reach out. That'd be cool.
That'd be great.
Cool. Forbidden Planet, hit me up.
One day, I think
hotmail.com. Send me a business email. Thank you very much.
I'm so excited.
So, Crispy, can I just say something? I just noticed before we get into this thread. Just tilt your head down a little bit, please. Oh my, it's not doing it now. A second ago, I just saw the green screen through your cap.
Oh.
There it is! You're never going to turn that chroma key off. You're never going to stop it. All right.
No.
So we're going to go through this big thread of all the key news, because there's a lot to talk about. And Crispy, it was Crispy's idea, give him the credit, thought this would be really good for a full episode, Series 14 news, because I don't actually even know a lot of this. I have seen a lot of people talking about stuff, but I don't actually know everything that's said here. So I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the ride, Crispy.
It could be... I just think, like, there's a lot of key points here that will generate discussion. And you know what is good for a podcast? Discussion. That's what they say.
Okay, what do you think is... would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games, or unlimited games but no bacon?
No comment.
Oh, it's a really important discussion that you should have taken part in that. I want to know what the meme version... Isn't it like unlimited bacon but no games, or unlimited games but no games? It's like there's a meme version.
I've never heard this. I've never heard this hypothetical
Mate, I live
before.
on the internet. It's very weird. So,
are you
we've got a big long
online?
thread. I think the best way for us to do this is bounce between us for the two tweets, for each tweet.
Absolutely,
right?
mate. Absolutely.
Well, as we agreed, Crispy's going to read out the first one because it involves a lot of name reading out, and I really want him to do it in Nkuti Gatwa live on the podcast, because that's what he did on this YouTube channel. Yeah, Nkuti Gatwa. I mean, he never quite calls people by their names anyway. He called Jodie the Broadchurch girl. He called Nkuti Nkuti Gatwa. He called David Tennant his dad. Like, there's no one's ever really been using their name, you know?
Did
you say Peter Capaldi was the sweary Scotsman from the thick of it? Like, you know,
I think I was like, wait, is he the Pompeii guy or the Mirror?
Not Mirror. Oh my god!
Yeah,
you need to keep this pattern up now. So like, whenever the next person's announced, you're just like, oh, it's that person.
Oh, it's that person from this thing, or I can't pronounce their name.
Exactly. One or the other.
So, ladies, should I have a little news ding?
Sorry,
should I have a little news ding for each time?
We should have like a special ding, like a special jingle for this feature. Then we just go right through everything. Have you got another jingle? Another unique jingle?
Yeah. I like the real bassy one. Remember this one? If I can get it.
Doom, 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 doom. Oh, I
Series 14, baby.
Powered by Riverside.
Powered by Riverside.
Crispy,
so, Troy,
take the lead. Oh, by the way, we will leave a link to this thread in the description on YouTube and on audio platforms. Crispy, please remind me to do that, because I am not putting on every single image in this edit. I'll be here until the cows come home, and I really have not got the time for that. Sorry.
That's ridiculous.
But our reading skills are great. Okay, don't worry. We will read everything out to you. You'll have a great time.
I could share the screen with you right now if you wanted.
You could, however, I don't know how the heck I would work that in the podcast, so let's not open that door.
That's fine. Let's not... Okay, yeah. Forget I said anything.
Mate, I appreciate that you want everyone to have the best content possible, but I am lazy, so...
That's all right.
Also, I actually think it's better if we don't provide the image on the podcast anyway, because it encourages people to go and pick up the magazine.
True. That's a very good point. We should have lived with that.
Yeah. So, Sonic doing the Sonicking, Crispy, kick us off. What's the first one? Don't do that ever again. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, don't do that. We have some casting news, Troy. It's very exciting stuff. Okay. I haven't heard of these people before, but it's pretty interesting. So, for the Christmas special, we have had 2 new people added to the cast in Gemma Arrowsmith and Mary Malone. Don't be confused with Marilyn Monroe, but it's Mary Malone.
Okay.
Post Malone's younger sister. So... I haven't actually read
You probably think that you're the Doctor now. Doctor now. Okay.
No, That's good. That's good stuff.
Thanks.
So they're in the Christmas special, and I'm So it basically confirms the Christmas special, or end of year special, whatever. End of year festive special.
The cast for end of year festive special, it says in the magazine. They're still like, oh, we're not telling you when it is. We're being goofy.
We know it's Christmas.
We know it's Christmas, Ross. Stop lying to us.
Don't you lie. And in series 14, we have someone added, and they are, Maid Mahidizea de Valdejerde. I don't know how to say their name, as you can see. I didn't read that beforehand. I thought that was...
I think it's Majid Medizadeh Valujerde. That might be slightly better. I don't know. I'm so sorry, Majid. I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Man, but they are in series 14, and I'm not quite sure if it's stated exactly where they are placed in the series, but that's exciting. That's very, very exciting. And I wonder why they're doing it now, because series 14 and the Christmas special have been finished filming ages ago. Maybe they're just like, they're like, these people are in it, they're in, a small role, we can release it in the magazine. Do you think that's the case? Troy? I don't know.
I'm intrigued. And like the wording of the tweet was pointing out that the next one, Billy Brayshaw, was in a separate episode, but these are like two separate episodes of series 14. So I thought it meant series 15 for a second, and I was like,
oh, so did I.
But no, I've just read the actual text,
series 14.
and it says, no, Majid was a star of Hollyoaks. It says he died of alcohol poisoning on his wedding day. So let's hope he has a more peaceful time in the universe. Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, you can't get much worse than that. No. Billy Brayshaw will appear in a different episode.
Was Amanda Gill in Hollyoaks?
She wasn't she?
I don't know.
We need to start watching Hollyoaks, man. They're picking up loads of talent from it, clearly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's the new Broadchurch, man.
Is Majid also going to look like 12 years younger than he is?
I don't know. I reckon everyone just
Fountain
ages
of Youth,
brilliantly.
man. Paul Rudd, Fountain of Youth. I want tickets.
It's available.
Is it?
You want tickets to what?
Paul Rudd's Fountain of Youth.
Oh, yeah. I've got the VIP pass, mate. Kidding!
But you look 35.
I know. I feel it too. So, Troy, that's it. That's just a little bit of casting news.
Yeah,
I haven't known. I don't know who these people are, but I'm excited to see it. I feel like this new era of Doctor Who is bringing in a lot of fresh talent, and hopefully it can only excel their careers further. That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
Next up, Crispy.
Oh, yeah, mate.
Next up, the 60th anniversary special novelizations. We know these were announced. They'll be releasing in January 2024, so target novelizations of each of the three 60th anniversary specials: The Star Beast, Wild Blue Yonder, can't pronounce it, and The Giggle. And it has been said that Russell is now signing off on the manuscripts, and tears were shed. It was noted. Tears were shed of joy, I hasten to add. We're signing off the manuscripts and are each as bold and different and joyous as the specials themselves. Fresh new takes on familiar stories, which is what Target is all about. Do you know what that means to me? The people who are writing these have seen the episodes, or they've at least read the script, so that they've experienced it. They've experienced it, and we haven't yet, Crispy. We're still 2 months away. Hang on.
They know what's happening.
3 months away. We're 3 months away still.
It's ridiculous.
We're almost there, right? I get it, because it was a 13-month wait. We've had 10 of the months, which, by the way, is crazy. I can't believe it's been 10 months since Power of the Doctor, but we're not even going there.
By the time I get this magazine, it will be the
actually, you will. Yeah, you'll be like, oh, wait, they've seen the episodes. Wait, I've seen the episodes.
I've seen the episodes now. Oh, thank goodness.
But each of the new novelizations will cost £9.99, so $20 in Aussie land, and other currencies apply. Each in paperback, and are scheduled for publication on the 11th of January 2024.
That's interesting. I swear I read somewhere else that they were going to be released way earlier, like in November, early December. But here they've said 11th of January.
2 months after the specials air in November. That might be where you got confused.
That's interesting.
Come on, Crispy, don't you remember people were moaning saying it was too soon, because apparently that's a problem?
Yeah, I didn't see it as a problem. I didn't see it as one.
No one should. No one should, man. No one should. No one should. But let's not go there.
But another piece of interesting news following on from that is that they said it's been a challenge to keep the secrets when making the books, which was one of my main concerns. If someone's putting pen to paper that know everything, as we've just been saying, how do you contain that leak? Because that just feels like, do you remember back in 2013 when they released the Series 7 Blu-rays too early, and the name of the Doctor came, the whole John Hurt plot twist was out there for people to see?
Yeah, that was the thing. I wasn't even on the internet at that time properly, so I had absolutely no blooming idea that had even happened until years after. It's mad.
Yeah, well, it's shocking. It feels like it could be one of those situations. We're still months out, but I very much get the feeling that something might leak. But hear them in saying that BBC Studios and Penguin Random House have talked through every possibility, answered questions, and ensured as little people know the secrets as possible, which is all very well and good. And I hope that they have put measures in place. And, you know, if anyone has a copy of it, they have their name on it so that if it leaks, they know who was to blame or
and
where
literally
it
the
can be
next
traced
line
back
after you
to.
said, it said the writers haven't blabbed one word. They all phoned me when they read the scripts because they, quote, had to talk to someone about it, unquote. They had to talk to somebody, so they had to talk to the Davies.
Yeah, I had to talk to Daddy T Davies.
Wow,
But yeah,
that's
wow.
really interesting. I don't pick up these novelizations at all. I'm not a big book reader. I used to read books when I was a kid. I became more of like a writer getting older because I like to write stuff. But even now, I don't do much creative writing. I stopped around the time that I started doing teaching placements because it destroyed all my time and then never went back. It's a heartbreaking thing.
You should write
Have I ever told you that I was writing? It was actually a full novel that followed up Life is Strange. Because I was obsessed with that at the time and everybody wants to write a follow-up. I never told you that. There you go. There's a fun fact for everyone listening to this podcast.
Troy,
I was writing a full thing.
So
I was using
cool.
Wattpad, as cringy as it is. I was never going to publish it on there, but you know what? I'll shout out Wattpad purely for the chapter structure. It was really useful to like structure all my ideas, and I was just writing on it constantly. And then I started teaching placement in like 2019, and I lost all my free time and I never went back. Sad.
Yeah, wow.
One day I might.
Wow.
One day I might.
One day I shall come back.
One day,
Yes.
I looked at it like, one day I will come back. I will, I'm telling you now. But until
until
then, there
then-
must be no regrets, no tears, no anxieties. Just go
good.
forward in all your fan fictions and prove to me that I am not mistaken in mine.
Beautiful.
So,
well done,
next
Troy.
on the thread.
Well done.
Now, here is one of the big things. Now, I saw TV Zone tweet this out, and I was very confused where they got this from. Now I understand. There is a line in this magazine. Oh, very good. You got Yasmin Finney right there. Yas Finney did say, when she finished filming the 60th, that it was a wrap for Rose and that she couldn't wait for everyone to see the character. She said that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, over a year ago now-ish. Right? So we assumed, fairly, Yas Finney was going to play Rose, Donna and Sean's daughter, for the 3 specials, possibly Christmas. Job done. That's a wrap. Right?
Yes.
However, in the magazine, Russell, in his section of the magazine, indicated, and I quote, Yasmin Finney wrapped a few days ago. Big hugs. See you. Goes off the screen. So, Yas Finney wrapped a few days ago?
What's that all about?
It could be that that's been robbed of context, that is talking about him writing it like at the time, you know, at that time, Yasmin Finney wrapped a few days ago. But I doubt that would be taken out of context for the sake of a tweet to spread comments. I mean, all I have to do is check the quote tweets and I'll know if that's true or rubbish. Nope, not at all. No one's debunked it, so it could well be true. That means we may well see Yasmin Finney as Rose Temple Noble in series 14.
I 100% think we will. I think that when the character was devised, when Russell T Davies came up with this character, that it was for the 60th as a nice little thing. And I'm sure that they absolutely loved it so much. And Russell was like, maybe.
Stick around, kid. We'll have
stick
you around.
have an episode in series 14
I
or
just
something.
love that. I love that as you said, I think the green screen showed up on your hat. Again, I started to see like the dartboard of like planning things. It's like, I'm looking inside your brain as you're thinking, like I'm trying to connect the dots. But yeah, it could be a happy case of that, because that happened with, what was the story that I heard? Was it in a sitcom? No, there was some. No, that was it. It was in Parks and Recreation, which I've not even watched that much of. But have you heard that Chris Pratt was never meant to be on that show for more than the first season, and because everyone loved him so much that he became a regular, and they just kept writing new stuff for him.
Here's a highlight of that show. So yeah,
He's a highlight of anything he's in,
that.
you know?
I'm all for that. So
know?
I mean, because like when you think about it, Troy, the 60th film's well over a year ago. Well over a year ago now. And so I feel like there's been plenty of time since then that, Russell might have been like, you know what, come have another round in the TARDIS. Go on.
Exactly.
Go on.
Have another one. Come on. Come and have a go. Come and have a go.
I swear there was some kind of, it might not have been an interview. I don't know, but I swear someone said that Shooty and Yasmin had a scene together. And a lot of people were like, oh, that must be in, Wild Blue Yonder or something, wherever Shooty rocks up in the 60th. Or the Christmas special, correct.
Ho, ho, ho. More like Rose, Rose, Rose.
Wow.
That was terrible. That was absolutely awful.
Oh my goodness.
Awful.
Right? That isn't even funny.
But you know what is funny?
Yes.
That there's more information.
Oh.
Now.
Yes.
Now. Oh wait, you have to. You're in charge of this one, aren't you? Oh no.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, go on.
Mate.
Go
This is
on.
interesting. So, there is a very, very interesting little tidbit in this magazine that has me scratching my head a bit.
Do you know what it
I'll
ties
read
to?
the
Do you know
bit.
what people have already predicted from this, Crispy?
I've seen it. I've seen what people are thinking.
good. I'm just
bro.
getting a tab
I've seen
on my
what they're
computer
thinking, and
ready.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. All right, here we go. So they said, in the Bad Wolf meeting room, Russell and the script team meet with a writer for the next season, who spent 7 hours traveling to Cardiff. Wow, 7 hours. That's a long time to travel. And discuss a first draft script. Meanwhile, on stage 3, Shooty and Millie film a sequence that won't technically feature in either of our Block 5 episodes, and yada yada yada, whatever. We don't need that first bit, that last bit. But the first bit is very, very interesting. A writer who has spent 7 hours traveling to Cardiff. And someone like Agnor reckons 7 hours from Cardiff or Australia? Question mark. Look, it's not me. I'm not writing that, and it takes me way longer than 7 hours to get to Cardiff. Let me tell you that.
I don't know why you put
that.
Australia in there. I'm a bit confused by that, to be honest.
Exactly.
But the more interesting thing is after that, Crispy. What does it say after that?
Another writer. Oh, I didn't see that bit. Another writer.
Hang on, did you not know? Maybe you don't know what's coming here.
I thought it was referring to the first bit. What you're going on about.
Can I
see the second bit now.
Please? I really want to take this.
Yeah,
if you don't know it.
You do this. You do this.
Okay. This is from some kind of like journal of Rusty Davies. He dates Wednesday the 5th of July, which is, 6-7 weeks ago? At the time this was written, about 6 weeks ago. Another writer meeting this morning, this time via Zoom, as our writer is currently on the other side of the planet.
Oh.
People were thinking, I wonder who this could be. Crispy, do you not know who they've predicted this to be?
I've seen the rumors and speculation.
Have you, though? Because you didn't even know to read this bit out. I want to send you a picture.
I didn't realize. I thought that was referring to the first bit saying 7 hours outside of Cardiff.
So
and
you've
that's
seen
where
this picture that I've sent
thinking,
you?
Yes.
That I will then explain
Yes.
to the listeners once you... Okay. Well, people spotted that 6 weeks ago, an Instagram user by the name of Stephen W. Moffat had posted a picture of him with a very lovely, looking like a bit of a holiday sunshine behind him. He might not be abroad, he might not be, but it looks like a very nice holiday view. And he said, Rule 1, keep your back to the view, #at the office.
At the office?
And Russell
Is
commented
he
saying
working?
that is a haircut, but...
Nice.
Could it be Stephen Moffat was 7 hours away from Cardiff, or was just over Zoom calling Russell? Because a little bit later, he put a picture up of his feet up on a boat somewhere, which didn't look like he was at home. So...
No. My boy's on holiday.
I think he was on holiday at the time and called Russell from wherever he was. And does that mean that, as we predicted, because we both suggested this, didn't we, that Stephen Moffat,
We did.
if he was going to come back, wouldn't come back in the first series, he'd be back in the second.
Series
He'd be a writer
15.
for Series 15.
I'm smelling it. I think we should put money on it. I'm telling you right
How
now.
much money?
I think
I have a euro here. Do you want to put a euro on it?
Mate, I've got an Aussie dollar. If you
I've got
want
a euro. That's worth more, buddy. And you've got a green screen Aussie dollar.
I've got a green screen. Yeah, that's worth more if it's green screened.
Yeah, it is. That green screen is worth a lot. Can I have it?
No, busy. So, I reckon Moffat's in it. 100%. I reckon he's having meetings. Of course Russell and Steven, ever since they finished their little tenures, together.
Little.
They're little. They're massive.
Little.
impacts
They
on Doctor
only
Who
show
and
run
the
it for
TV
like half a
landscape.
dozen years each. Don't worry about it.
Just a little stint for both of them.
Exactly.
But I think that they are mates and they catch up socially. And I honestly think if Russell was coming back to the show, Moffat's like, oh, look, I could do an episode. I reckon Moffat misses it as much as Russell did.
I think it'd be exciting for Stephen as well to write without the pressure of being showrunner again.
Oh, absolutely.
To focus on writing one story rather than being like, right, I've got to come up with the whole series and have a few corkers in there, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And I can imagine the Doctor Who Confidential episode where Moffat says exactly that. He's like, I liked writing without the pressure of having to do a series.
I like that Russell's got that pressure again. I was delated.
Yeah, I was delighted. So, yeah, I think it's exciting. So keep an eye out for Moffat, folks, because I reckon he's cooking.
This week's poll, ladies and gentlemen, do you think Stephen Moffat will be a writer in Series 15, yes or no?
Sold.
I really
Good
hope
stuff,
I remember
Troy.
that I said that now, because when I go to edit this, there's a chance I will have forgotten. So everyone pray for me
text
that
it
I
to you
didn't
right
forget.
now.
Thanks, buddy.
Moff,
Thank you
the
very
goat.
much. All right, the next tweet, the next one. Work has started on Series 15.
Oh
There's a quote
my
that
gosh.
says, a quote that says, applause from the studio. There you go, everyone. The studio audience is applauding the Who's There. Imagine if we did a live episode. Could we get like a live audience to applaud us if we filmed
to be
on
our
the UK?
soundboard. They could do the whole thing.
If Crispy comes to the
acapella.
UK for the 60th, I'm gonna manifest this. He's gonna suddenly come over here now. All right, I'm praying. All right, if I beg Crispy to come here to the UK,
now.
if I pray for him to come over to the UK, will you guys come to like Liverpool and be our live studio audience? Thanks. There you go. I'll put the question out there. People have to let us know. At us on Twitter. Let us know if you show up. No. So
Seeing how much tickets. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
They just keep going up.
Oh, how much are they now?
That was $3,500. What I was just seeing.
So the quote says, for the next season, brackets, a second draft script for our first block of filming, close brackets, followed by the first executive producer viewing of the second block 4 episode for Judy's first season. Okay, whatever. We also received draft 1 of our first block 2 episode for next season. So they're already
This
drafting.
was all in July.
We knew this. We knew that he was drafting episodes because we knew he did a talk, didn't he, for like BBC Young Writers or something a few
ages
months
ago.
ago where he said he was already writing stuff for Series 15. So that's not a shock.
Correct.
But, Crispy, what does the next tweet say?
Oh, listen to this. Listen to
Yeah,
this.
work
ladies and
hasn't
gentlemen.
just started, buddy. Work hasn't just
No.
started.
No. They said, a short break in production follows for some, but not for everyone. Scripts are still coming in, crew are getting booked, and meetings are filling the diaries. 3 weeks until formal prep begins on the next season. Oh boy. So, was this in July or is this happening now?
This magazine came out in like a few days ago. So if he wrote it presumably in the last week or two, he's written it this month.
That's okay. I'm with it.
So by end of this month, start of September, formal prep is beginning on Series 15.
Series 15. They would be having all
2
of the
months before the 60th even airs, Crispy.
Series 15's happening. I think, they'll definitely start filming Series 15 before
This
the
is
60th airs.
insanity. We're actually getting consistent Doctor Who. Can you believe it?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Not to mention the idea of a spin-off show filling a void as well. We don't know.
Oh my gosh.
We don't know.
Oh my gosh,
animated
Crispy.
stuff. Dude, until November, we're just doing our thing. But after that, I think we're going to have the
Wouldn't it be
juiciest
great
stuff to
if
talk
they
about.
filmed like a unit spin-off, but they managed to pull it off without any exterior filming, and they literally filmed it without any of us knowing at this point, and they kept it under wraps.
Yeah, well, the only exterior filming I care about if they do a unit show is the unit helipad.
I knew that was coming. I just fine boom, man, fine boom. All right, moving on.
Yeah, mate.
Moving on. Many people have been wondering: is the 14th Doctor's sonic screwdriver? Sorry, sonic screwdriver. Shoedriver is shoehorn. If this is going to be the screwdriver shared by Ncuti Gatwa's 15th
Has
Doctor,
to be,
because
right? Has
the
to
9th
be.
and 10th Doctors had the same sonic screwdriver.
Exactly.
Not true. Not true.
What, Troy?
And Doctor Who props don't come cooler or more key than the Time Lord's trusty sonic screwdriver. Mike, who I believe is the guy who's designed the sonic screwdriver, this quote has not mentioned who he is. It's just taken out. There's a guy called Mike. I'm guessing he works on the show. He's not some guy they've pulled off the corner of the fish and chip shop just to be like, what do you think of sonic screwdrivers? But he said, it's not every day you get asked to design a new Sonic. Says Mike, who jumped at the chance to create an updated version for David Tennant's 14th Doctor. Quote,
Nice.
It's like Luke Skywalker's lightsaber.
Oh no. Oh dearie. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what's coming now. You know what's coming now. Oh dearie. Here we go.
I'm just gonna sit here with this while we read this. It's like Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Oh, it just went off in my hand. Oh, sorry about that.
There it is.
Or Harry Potter's wand. It's part of the character. It's a great privilege, but you also feel a responsibility to get it right. And since then, I've been asked to design another one. He adds tantalizingly.
Another?
So I've had the privilege of doing 2.
That is
Ladies and
mental,
gentlemen,
mate.
whoever this Mike is, that, as I said, they ambushed on the street outside a chippy. He's made 2 sonic
Outside the
screwdrivers.
chippy. Michael outside the chippy has made not one.
But he said it's
But
like
2.
like a Luke Skywalker lightsaber. Isn't that crazy, Crispy? Isn't that crazy? Who are you texting?
My boss.
Oh, Wow, look at this. Look at this.
It is
He's
Monday
not,
fun day.
you know what? I hoped you'd said your girlfriend, and I'd be like, oh, sweet, I'll let you do it, and I'll just carry. But no,
No.
it's his boss. It's his boss. Just tell everyone it's your girlfriend, and then everyone will think you're really loved up, and it's cute then.
Nah.
Who are you texting, Crispy?
Just my boss. Just me boss.
He doesn't
not
go
me
along with any
girlfriend.
bits here. He doesn't go along with any bits. Yeah, your girlfriend's probably still asleep because she's, you know.
Nah, she's been at work for an hour, mate. We're
Look,
getting
she
it
starts
done.
at 7 a.m.
Yep.
You two.
Yep.
Wow.
Mate, we get it done here.
Yeah, you do get
We
it
get
done.
it done.
Damn.
We-
I
we-
could not imagine tutoring a kid at 7 in the morning. I don't think I'd be awake enough to do it, let alone them. Like, that would be a nightmare.
What time does school start in the UK? It's usually around
Varies
like 9
between
a.m.
schools.
here.
Mine would, like, we'd, like, have registration at, like, 10 to 9 in the morning in my high school.
Registration?
Yeah,
What
well,
is
the class
that?
would get together and they'd, like, check everyone's in attendance, like, who's in and who's
okay.
not.
We used
And
to
then
call
go
that
to
form.
assembly.
Form
We had
class?
Did you have assemblies, Chris?
Of course we had assemblies.
Yeah, so we go to assembly at 9 o'clock then.
Nice. Gosh,
Kids
reminiscent.
would still turn up in the middle of assembly, though. They would still do that. Much to the
Ridiculous.
disdain of the teacher
Were
because
you
they'd
one
already
of
done the
them,
registration.
Troy?
No, I was always there dead early. I'd often go to like the morning like breakfast club and sit and have toast, and sometimes write
The
a book.
Brekkie Club.
There was another
Wow.
book I was writing at the time, Pre-Life is Strange, that I never finished. So I was writing that most mornings and eating toast.
Wow.
You're learning a
Troy,
lot about
we
me today, aren't you?
We need to release these.
Yeah.
Like,
That book
as
is never,
who's
that's
their
never
exclusive.
seen the light of day. My mum brings it up every now and again and goes, that book was really good. I'm like, yeah, no, it's not going out.
No.
Basically, imagine what a 14-year-old boy would do if all he did was play Skyrim. He'd
I
write a
can't
book
imagine.
that took
I can't imagine the
inspiration
man
from that.
that he would be in the end.
Yeah, it was.
I can't
It was this
imagine
weird
what he
thing,
would
like
look like.
little hints of like Harry Potter influences, but mainly just like someone who like could wield magic like a Skyrim character, and I just ran with that. But it was like
Wow.
modern day like Harry Potter. It was weird, but I was quite proud of what I'd written. In fairness, I don't think I'd look back on it so fondly now.
I've got, I can show you on another day. I think I've got, like, I used to make all these little superheroes and stuff. I used to do all these little drawings. It's so stupid. It's so
I also
silly.
invented like my own comic book company when I was like 15.
Amazing.
And I made a superhero called Power Surge who could shoot lightning from his fingers. This is getting embarrassing now.
Dude, my main character was Sparky Boy. He got
Oh
the same
my
powers.
God, what? Dude, no, there's literally like a little mini book. Did you ever learn the trick where you could take a piece of... Sorry, this is a massive side note, everyone. We'll
No,
get back
this
to
is
these in a
good.
second. Did you ever like know how to take a piece of A4 paper and make it into a mini book by like folding and cutting?
Oh, my mate did that.
I
One
got
of my
taught that
best
trick
friend used
when
to
I
do
was, like,
that.
10.
I never did it, though.
And I made like one for every bit of the book I needed. So I had this like thick, like mini paper booklet made out of like 10 or 12 sheets of A4.
That
is
is
like
so
the story
cool.
of this guy called Power Surge. And then I also wrote a sequel that I never finished.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Wow.
We are more alike than we ever realised.
Yeah, it's good bonding for us.
This is so cute, guys. This is so cute. If you enjoy this podcast, make sure you drop a follow on all audio platforms, like
Yeah,
and subscribe on
please.
YouTube, and donate to Save the Pandas. So,
Yes, Save the
next
Pandas.
tweet, Crispy. You're on.
Yeah, mate.
I'm going to keep holding
look-
Luke Skywalker's lightsaber because I just, for some reason, I'm just clutching something right the way through this episode. It was the Sonic Screwdriver, and now it's Luke's lightsaber.
Nice. Nice. So,
I'll get my
Troy,
Sonic Build-A-Bear in a minute, and then I'll be really comfy. I'll just go to bed.
we might need the Sonic for reference here because it goes into all of the references in which it has, I believe.
Okay.
So he says, you've got the Raku detailing of the 9th and 10th Doctor's Sonic,
stuff
which
here.
I believe, is the stone-like look. The petals from the 11th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver, which are the spiky outy bits.
Yep, the prongs.
And then a little engraved ring that harkens back to the sort of bullet shape on the 3rd and 4th Doctors. Is that
That's this.
bit?
That bit, or
Interesting.
actually, no, it could be this bit.
It might, I don't know.
That's
I
engraved.
thought that was the laser Sonic Screwdriver bit.
Oh, actually, yeah, good point. Ring.
I don't know.
Ring. I think it's
With an
either
iPhone.
this bit here or that bit there. One of the two.
Anyway, good for a audio podcast. So, Mike from the Fish and Chippies deep dive didn't stop at just incorporating elements of the other Sonic of the Doctor Sonics, though. There's a bit of the Master's laser screwdriver in there, he reveals, which is probably that bit there. The caging around it is supposed to look like a Dalek weapon. The top bit is supposed to look like a Dalek gun. Look at that.
Is that because the
Staring
Daleks
us in the
exterminated
face.
his last Sonic screwdriver? So now he's like, right, well, I'm going to take
Yeah,
your
well-
arms and make a Sonic out of them.
Exactly. Own your power. Exactly.
He's got a whisk, a kitchen whisk.
in reference to when the Doctor was told he'd make a good Dalek. So he's a fan of Into the Dalek, apparently.
And when the top part
Weird.
slides up, Crispy, what is there?
There are translucent roundels that harken back to the TARDIS. Are there?
Yep, if you
Oh my
turn it on,
gosh.
you can see lights come on through them.
Wow, I didn't realise that was there.
The design's
Gosh,
gone
we're
into
learning
this
so
insane, man.
much today. And of course, the entire exterior of the TARDIS will remain the 13th Doctor's for both her successors. So that's the reference to 13, apparently.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So-
And also, because people don't point, I keep forgetting to point this out, Jodie has a sound setting in this sonic screwdriver. I don't mean it'll get used necessarily, but it does exist. I also don't know, if someone can clarify this, 'cause I don't think it's actually fully released yet, the retail version of the Sonic has gone on sale. I don't know if the retail version has the alternate colours and sounds.
I
I've
don't
not
think
seen
it
anyone
does.
say that it does. So... My mum has ordered one, by the way, a retail one. She got very jealous of me having one.
I don't know if they're
so.
happening in Australia. I don't know.
Chris, by the way, if you are ever planning to come to the UK, or I can ship it to you, if you want me to get hold of a screwdriver for you, I think there might still be one to get on Forbidden Planet. Like, I can get you one and you can pay me back if you want. I don't mind.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, just
We might have to
slipping
do
this
that.
in here in the podcast. If you want me to sort you one, let me have a look.
No.
Let me have a look real quick and
I think
just
I'll have
see.
to. How much is it Australian for like the general?
Australian dollars is going to be about 40 quid, just under.
What? Wait, 40 quid. So what? Is that $80 dues for me?
No, for you 40 quid. It's like 18, 19 pounds.
Oh.
It's out of stock.
Oh.
Balls.
What about for a YouTuber? What about for a YouTuber? Is there a YouTuber discount?
I wish there was, mate, because I'd have got it. It says due for release 23rd of August, so it'll be dispatching in the next few days. I've
cool.
put our podcast email in on the on Notify when it comes back in stock. So keep an eye out if they ping it. If I don't see it, tell me, and if I see it, I'll tell you and I'll get you one. Right?
Easy ass. Thanks, mate.
There you go.
Appreciate
there you
ya.
go. Look at that. I'm so helpful.
Sweet.
Right, there you go.
Troy, the next bit of news kind of relates to what I was just saying. And have you
I'm
seen
sorry, no,
all
there's still one bit. There's still one bit, Crispy.
Oh.
At the bottom.
Oh. Also, do you remember that line in The Day of the Doctor when John Hurt's Doctor looks at the other Doctors pointing their Sonics and says, "What are you going to do? Assemble a cabinet at them?" If you look at the bottom of the new Sonic, there's a little hexagonal indentation that's the exact size, to fit a screwdriver head. That's awesome. So you can
This
actually
dude has
assemble...
put so much thought into it. Mike from the Fish and Chippy, you are legendary.
Well, honestly, Mike from Fish and Chippy, you're a bloody legend, mate. You're a bloody legend. Appreciate you.
Can I take the next two tweets because one's just got images?
Yes, for sure.
Can I hog? Okay, thank you. Well, actually, we've got quite a few tweets left to do, and we are nearly at the end of our recording session, Chris.
All right,
what is going on,
let's
mate?
go. Let's do it.
Speed it. So, the next tweet has the final Sonic design shortlist. So there were two shortlists of a whole bunch of Sonic designs. Some were trying to incorporate Jodie's shape in there, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, it is
you can see some
interesting.
curved hilts, that kind of thing, like a lightsaber, like a lightsaber.
Nice.
But there's a whole bunch of different things. It's really interesting, I think, to look at all the different thought processes that go into these Sonics, and you can spot a couple that end up taking features that are in the final one. Like, for example, Crispy, in the top of the top shortlist, number 31, you can see the shape that ended up becoming the 14th Doctor Sonic at the top.
Pretty much.
Also, the bottom one, 35, is just a box with a blue dot on it.
Mate,
Like, what is
that's
that
a
about?
Vape. That's a vape, mate.
Is it?
That is a vape if I've ever
Oh
seen
my
one in all
goodness.
my days.
Oh my goodness.
The doctor has had taken up a vaping
So purchase
addiction.
Doctor Who Magazine 594 to see the shortlists.
Exactly.
It's like download the season pass to get access to the Doctor Who Sonic Screwdriver DLC. Shooty Sonic, though, has, quote, certain things that were requested, unquote, by Russell, quote, something every kid would want for Christmas, and there are some actions that the 14th Doctor needed to do. So let's read the full thing out. Did Russell Davies' scripts for the 60th specials offer any steers as to how the Sonic should look? Mike said, there are some actions the Doctor needs to do, but there's no description of the Sonic per se. There were certain things requested for Shooty Sonic, which had a few things that needed to happen, but the main brief from Russell was that it should be something every kid would want for Christmas.
Interesting. I'm struggling to figure out what other practical uses a sonic screwdriver could have. I don't know. We've just said the assemble a cabinet. That's pretty much like a real sonic screwdriver.
I agree.
I don't know.
I think
Maybe
it's
it could be like
interesting
one of
stuff.
those pizza cutter ones from the 11th Doctor's merch era.
The 11th Doctor,
You know?
I have one of those and I never got it out of the
Yeah.
packaging. It's still in my kitchen. I haven't used it.
Well, did you want that for Christmas as a kid?
No, I bought it myself on Amazon because I saw it and went, I must own this, and I don't know why I bought it because I haven't used it. It's like I
We'll
did
have
with
a
Pop
pizza
Vinyls
one
in
day.
2019.
Didn't you just have pizza?
Earlier, yes.
Was it pre-cut?
Yeah, I got it from Pizza
that's where you
Delivery.
went
Let's
wrong.
not talk about it. But mate, I filled a bin bag with my t-shirts. We went to a clothes bank and dropped the bin bag off because we're charitable
Very
people.
good. Yes,
No,
very
just 'cause
good.
we wanted someone to actually use them because I wasn't using the friggin' t-shirts. Yeah,
Should have thrown in the pizza slicer, mate.
the frickin' t-shirts, the frickin' t-shirts. So, there's a diagram after this that explains all the things we've already said about the sonic screwdriver, so we can skip that. Crispy, you've got a great bit to read out. What's the next one?
Oh my gosh. There was an overwhelming positive response from fans and David himself about the sonic screwdriver. What did the Doctor himself make of his new toy? Michael from Fish and Chip was about to find out. They let me hand David the Sonic on his camera test. Oh, that's pretty cool. I would love to see what the camera test would have looked like. That would have been with him in his new outfit.
You would have given him the Sonic and gone, Dad?
Father?
Father? Are you my daddy?
It meant a huge amount to me to be able to do that because it was such a privilege and such a personal thing to be asked to design the Sonic. I remember standing there with Kitty, David's wardrobe assistant. She said, "It's quite an upgrade." And David, who was holding it up over his head, agreed. It was fantastic to see how pleased he was with it. He wasn't the only one. When a limited edition toy of the new Sonic was unveiled at San Diego Comic-Con last month, it sold out within hours. Only a few certain Who-tubers on this podcast were able to get one. Don't worry, a new batch is on the way. Nor do I.
I don't know who that would be.
Nor do I. This is the first time an official toy has been made of one of my designs, which is really exciting. So yeah, Mike from Fish and Chips is new to this.
Mike from Fish and Chips.
He's from Fish and Chippies.
Mike from Fish and Chips.
Fishandchips.com.
It's a province in Greater Manchester.
But yeah, I think he's proud of it, and yeah, David loves it, and everyone seems to like it. I think it's a really cool design, and I'm excited to see what it looks like on screen.
I agree. I'm very, very excited.
Yep. Cool. Your bit, Troy.
Oh wow! Then my next bit's only got a tiny little bit because there's a whole bit that's covered over with spoilers. But there's a quote that says, "More recently, he's been kept, presumably Mike, he's been kept busy working on the time rotor for the incredible new TARDIS set. Brackets, trust us, when you see it, you'll want to shake his hand."
Oh, wow. Is this Mikey from Fish and Chips as well?
Yeah, I'll shake more than his hand, mate. I'll shake his Sonic. And I don't mean that in a rude way. I mean, I'll give him a Sonic and go, give this a shake. That's all I mean. That sounds very exciting. Exciting.
I'm excited. I've heard, I really, really hope that this TARDIS lives up to the hype. Because we've heard a lot about this TARDIS, how it's going to be massive and new and exciting. But, only time will tell. Only time will tell.
I agree, Crispy.
Very good. Very good. Oh my gosh, get your lightsaber out of here, boy.
What do you mean? I'm just Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, hang on. What if I turn it on while it's right up at the camera? Let's see what happens.
You're going to lose all your saturation.
No, that was the old camera, mate. That was the old camera that would do that.
This one could keep it. All right, cool.
Yeah, this is an actual camera. It's not just like a plug-in on my old phone. Which, by the way, did I tell you, when I took that old phone that I used to use in my camera out of the holder that it was in, it was literally cracked. The phone case had cracked around it. As soon as it popped it out, the whole thing shattered. Like, the pressure must have got to it over the course of, like, a year, 2 years. As I pulled it out, it's literally, like, sharp and shattered. And I was like...
It was holding on by a string.
It was. And as soon as I took it out, it just melted.
It was like,
no, wasn't doing so hot.
Bye.
So, Crispy, can you do me a favour?
Mate. Yes.
You know the dramatic, like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style music?
No.
Thank you very much, buddy. So, that's all the key information. But to wrap this episode up, I thought it'd be fun for us to count down... from the magazine, the top 10 stories for the 12th and 13th Doctors as voted by Doctor Who magazine readers. What do you think about that, Crispy?
Yeah, let's do that, mate.
So, the top 10 stories for the 12th Doctor.
Yes.
And
nice.
The top 10 stories from the 13th Doctor.
For
New prints of the 12th and 13th Doctor from the 60th
Yeah.
anniversary line for Forbidden Planet. # not sponsored unless they decide to sponsor us, in which case, thank you very much, Forbidden Planet. So... Crispy, you're up next on the tweets, so I vote that you handle Mr. Peter Capaldi, and I shall handle Miss Jodie Whittaker.
All right, in 10th place.
Who, by the way, actually, just as a bit of news, I forgot to mention, Jodie Whittaker's next show, I think it's called One Night, something like that, is out on Paramount Plus on September 1st. And Thassies are going crazy because she's playing a lesbian in it. Just thought I'd mention that.
I'm going crazy because she's playing an Aussie in it.
An Aussie
she's
lesbian?
Australian.
Wow. You're a Thassie as well, aren't you, Crispy?
An Osbian, yes. Yes,
well, there you go.
sure.
So I bet you're melting at the thought. You're like, oh, Ozzy Thassi.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm just mad I didn't see her filming when she was here. Yes, let's go.
Count us down. What are the top 10 12th Doctor stories? I did not mean to turn it on that time. It went off in my hand, quite literally. As voted by Doctor Who magazine readers. Go.
In 10th place, we have Extremis. In
Good.
9th place, we have The Husbands of River Song.
Very good.
In 8th place, we have Under the Lake Before the Flood. Banging episodes.
Okay.
What? In 7th
I really like
place,
them, but I don't know if I put them in top 10 personally. But that's me.
7th place, Zygon Invasion. Zygon Inversion.
Has earned it for the speech alone.
In 6th place, The Pilot.
Yeah, that's a great introductory episode.
In 5th place, Oxygen.
I'm still blind. You're gonna have to do all these
place,
interruptions when I do the episodes, by the way. You're gonna have to be creative, think
cool.
on your feet.
Yeah. 4th place, Flatline.
The TARDIS.
Nice.
Really
In
out of
3rd
ideas.
place, Mummy on the Orient Express.
Don't stop me now. See what I did there?
Nice. In 2nd place, Heaven Sent.
Well, that was another close one.
In 1st place is Well Enough in Time, The Doctor
And it's there
Falls.
because it's right, because it's decent, and above all, it's kind.
Yeah, perfect. Well done. Well
I don't know
done.
why, I'm just really good at saying random things every time.
Those are some banging episodes.
That is a great, especially the top 5. Oxygen, Flatline, Mummy on the Orient Express, Heaven Sent, Well Enough in Time, The Doctor Falls. That is... I'd struggle to
banging
argue
list.
with that. I really would struggle
banging
to argue
list.
with that. That's a great top 10 ranking.
It's really good.
All right,
All right,
Crispy.
Troy.
Warm
you're
music
up,
up
mate.
again. It's time for the top 10 13th Doctor stories, as ranked by Doctor Who magazine readers. Crispy, hit it. All right. Have you looked at this list, by the way?
I have, but I'll move it away.
Get ready,
So I
get
can't
ready for
remember
your little interjections. Let's see what you can cook up. In 10th
Okay.
place, Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror.
Oh, Twitter's now called X. Because
What?
of Tesla and Elon Musk.
I can barely hear you over the music. You went really quiet because I looks like you weren't very confident in your joke.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Okay. In 9th place, Resolution.
Yep, let's wrap this up.
In 8th place, The Woman Who Fell to Earth.
Must have hurt.
Stop the music. Stop the music.
Don't you reckon?
Maybe it's just that I'm really sleepy, but that really got me. Just the really deadpan. Must have hurt that. Oh my god. Okay, put the music back on. Let's continue.
I'm sorry.
In 7th place, Eve of the Daleks.
Happy New Year.
In 6th place, Spyfall.
My favourite
Don't you
Adele
dare.
song.
Oh, I really thought you were going to say Must Have Hurt again. I really thought you were going to say it again.
No.
But also, yeah, favourite Adele song, that was good. I'm sorry, I hate talking over that now. Alright, in 5th place, Demons of the Punjab.
Oh, where were those guys in The Power of the Doctor? We don't know.
Very well said, they should have been. Chibnall, that's why you got 2% of the votes. I'm joking. In 4th place, Rosa.
Insanely good human being.
Yeah, I back it. In 3rd place, Fugitive of the Jadoon.
You missed me, right?
Not anymore.
anymore.
In 2nd place, The Haunting of Villa Diodati.
Ooh, spooky.
You peaked with the Woman Who Fell to Earth. And
I
in
did.
1st place, The Power of the Doctor. Her final episode took the top spot, baby. And you know why? Because
Deserves to be there.
it was the Jodie special that we did a live episode for. That was
Correct,
it.
that's the only
Doctor Who
reason.
magazine readers went, all right, you know what? Who's there? They were there live. Troy did half the episode in a Jodie Whittaker coat and then stayed up till 4 a.m. editing it in that coat. And then realised at like 4 a.m. that he
And
was
you
in the
felt
coat and
powerful.
literally went, what am I doing? Because that is what happened. I was sat there editing it. I think it was about 3 or 4 a.m. and I went, I'm still in that coat. What am I doing?
Nah, that's good
That
stuff.
was legit. What happened? Great countdown. So top 5 for her: Demons of the Punjab, Rosa, Fugitive of the Jadoon, Haunting of Villa Diodati, Power of the Doctor. I don't quite agree with that one as much.
What do you have a
I
problem
think Woman
with?
Who Fell to Earth deserves to be in the top 5.
Yeah.
I think all those stories are really good, though. That's the problem. Like, I don't know if I'd knock any of those stories out, but there's also others where I'm like, should they be in there? Do you know what I mean?
I think I just swapped Fugitive of the Jadoon with Woman Who Fell to Earth. but that's just me.
Oh, I don't know. I make a
think
joke about the whole Captain Jack thing, but like that, him coming back, the reveal of Reeve.
Oh yeah, no, it's still great stuff. It's still top 10 to me,
like,
mate.
I can't remember the last time. Like I can't name that many episodes of Jodie's Era that made me literally be like, what the hell is going on? This is absolutely phenomenal. I'm not saying I dislike them, because a lot of you know I'm a very vocal enjoyer of Jodie's Era, but that episode stands head and shoulders for like shock value, really cool moments. It's peak. It's very good.
Yeah, peak to Capaldi.
So there you go.
Absolutely.
It's very true. Peak to Capaldi. I'll lightsaber you to that. There you go. My lightsaber agrees. I've got it in my hand.
Thank you very much.
You know, like that's what's going to happen sometimes. So
Exactly.
Crispy, we actually made an hour out of some Doctor Who magazine bits. Do you know what? Our ability to stretch out content is truly amazing.
It wasn't. There were a lot of interesting talking points in this.
Go along with it. I'm just.
Oh,
I'm being self-aware. If we're self-aware, then people can't criticize us. That's how it works.
And we win.
Exactly. We win.
Yep.
All right. Remember, every black day we ever made 1 hour episodes of this podcast out of a Doctor Who magazine, and then do the smart thing, hit the like and subscribe.
Wow.
There you
go.
There you
I
go.
couldn't have done a better outro if I tried.
Thank you, mate. No, that was a really good idea to read through those and talk about it. There's a lot of news there. I really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah, sometimes only like there's only like a handful of little interesting tidbits, but
and
I
it's
thought
enough
there
for a
was some
ding dong, and
interesting.
that's it. Yeah.
And yeah, no, more than a ding dong today. That's what we had.
More than a ding dong, a lightsaber. Yep. I'm just holding a lightsaber. I'm going to put it down now. Okay, so. Ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 73. I think, honestly, the best thing there was you say must have heard. That is like... that. I feel like that's your I know this bomb.
I'm going to clip that. Yeah.
That's your I know this bomb. Because that was like my finest hour with that joke. Like, that stopped the podcast. Yours stopped me. Because that was... it's just
I think it was perfect. I think it was perfect.
Well done, Crispy. Do you know what?
Thanks, mate.
I'm going to say something that takes a lot of effort for me to say, especially for you.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Crispy.
Geez, I'm nervous. Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Oh. Wow.
There you go.
Thanks, Troy.
You've got Red Archer Live pride.
Wow. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching episode 73 of Who's There a Doctor Who podcast. Do you know what? I realised something, Crispy. If we were running the seasons the same number of episodes each time, we're coming towards the end of season 2.
Oh my gosh.
Because season 1 was only 40 episodes. So I'm just saying, we're going to be running out by October.
That's alright. We can probably cancel the show just before...
just before the 60th specials. Right. That seems like a great idea, doesn't it?
Sorry, we're going on a break. We'll come back.
I'm going on holiday. It won't matter. You know, we're not going to be around. I'm going to be in Guadalajara in Mexico, and I won't be able to make any episodes.
Yeah, busy. Sorry. Bye.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Crispy.
Kidding. Yeah, mate.
Have you got any closing comments?
All I want to say is thank you so much, everyone, for listening. And please, genuinely, if you can, go and support Doctor Who Magazine. I think it's a great thing for the show, and Russell's an absolute advocate, and so are we. So go and purchase it. There's heaps of little interesting news tidbits that usually come along, especially now that Russell's got his little section at the front. So go and do that, and you'll get the news earlier than having to listen to it secondhand from us. And not as thorough. I
would like to add on, can we get a hashtag trending in the comment section, which is hashtag get Mike from Fish and Chips on Who's There a Doctor Who podcast.
Yeah, who is Mike from
short,
Fish and Chips?
Snappy hashtag, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Hashtag get Mike from Fish and Chips on
Mike
Who's
from
There
Fish and
Doctor Who
Chips.
podcast.
You know what, if it's some way in the future we actually get to speak to him, I really want to call him Mike from Fish and Chips now. We explain it to him beforehand, and then we just call it him like with no like laughing, no anything. And he's like, "Oh, thanks, boys."
Thanks, guys.
Like he comes up with his own like retort.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we'll try and get him as the guest. I think that'd be funny.
I feel like I hit my creative prowess at 11:30 at night. You know, these are some of my best ideas.
It's good. Go to bed, mate.
But apart from that, I'm mate. Do you know what? I say I will. Bet you it takes me like 2 or 3 hours till I go to bed.
Oh, you crazy.
Do you know what? I'm going to do this for editing Troy right now, just for the audience to know. I'm going to press my Sonic button in, and if I stay awake for longer than 2 hours after 11:30 tonight, I'm going to keep the sound in. So if you hear the Sonic sound, be disappointed with me. If the Sonic isn't in there, then I went to bed at a responsible time.
All right.
There's the Sonic sound. Boom. All right, so there you go. I guarantee the sound will still be in there. I'll probably forget to leave it in anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to episode 73. We'll see you all next week when Crispy, what are we going to be talking about?
Something very juicy. And
I think it might be.
Secrets will be revealed.
What do you think?
And revelations. But yeah, most likely showrunners. Yeah, we'll see.
Revelation of the Daleks, the new episode from Who's There Doctor Who podcast, produced by Josh Nez.
Ooh. Oh, I'd watch that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Josh,
Thank
get
you.
on it, please.
Please.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you all next week. Until then, it's goodbye from Crispy.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. We'll see you all in episode 74 next week. Until then, Alan Z, baby. See you next week.
Alan Z, baby.
That's a really tense Alan Z. Are you okay there, buddy?
Alan Z. Alan Z, baby.
Alan Z. Bye.